What's going on, traders? Thank you for joining me today on my show. I'm really excited to share with you some big news. And if you clicked on this video, if you're watching on YouTube, or if you're listening on the podcast and you're like, ooh, how did he make $10,000 in a day? And that's what got you clicking here. I'm here to talk to you. Because did that happen to me today? No. But why did you click that? And if it was because one of those reasons, you're already in the wrong mindset. And I bring this topic up because you see all of these ads. You see all of these people saying, I made $1,000 a day. I made $10,000 a day. And they make it look so easy. And they say, if you follow my strategy, you can do the same thing. And I bring this up because if you're focused on that right there, you already lost because you are focused on the wrong thing. If your teachers are pushing that, then they're the wrong people because they're pushing the wrong thing. A real teacher is someone who cares about your students. And the way I think of a good teacher is someone who, let me give you an example. You ever had that one teacher in school who really looked after you, who really helped you? Maybe you didn't, but maybe you had a coach, a sport, who really cared about you, and you really knew that they cared about you. Or maybe you have a parent, a brother, or someone in your job who took you under their wing, and you knew that they cared about your success. Did they focus on the material? They didn't. They didn't focus on the dangling goal or the amazing, look what you can get here, right? No, they focused on the process. They focused on what can actually get you better. I want that to soak in because that alone should show you who's real and who's not. That alone should show you at least who's out there to actually help you and who isn't out there to help you and just getting a paycheck. That alone can show you that there's people out there who are saying, oh, well, a defense could be, and it's absolutely a defense. I'm trying to show people that I'm consistently profitable, that I'm making money every day because I want them to know that they can do it too. We've been in that sales tactic. We've seen it in all industries. Lose weight in 10 minutes by taking this pill, right? It's everywhere. But why do you let it fool you in trading? Don't. And I bring this up because I've talked to many traders, and a couple of recently where all they're focusing on is this bullshit flex. That's all they're focused on. I'll get text messages from people who just send me a text message of their profits, their P&L. I'll get DM, their P&L. I give two craps about that. The problem is they're trained that way because they're in chat rooms, they're in rooms where people, that's all they're doing. Hey, I made X today. I'm doing really good. How are you doing? How much money did you make? That's the question they're asking. How much money did you make? Because they think that means you're successful. Or their guru teacher is like, I made this, $1,000 a day, keeps the real job away. But what I'm showing you is that's the wrong teaching. That's not teaching you to be consistently profitable. That's not teaching you how to be a real trader at all. It isn't. That's pushing a service. That's pushing a dream, right? And there's nothing wrong with having goals and having dreams. But if you listen to any book or read any book about how to hit your goal, you break it up into small pieces. And they talk about the process. If you have someone who's actually trying to help you, really think about this. If they're trying to help you, they would spend time with you. They would learn your actual challenge. They would sit down with you and talk to you. Now, granted, the other argument is, well, they don't have time to. They're teaching hundreds of thousands of people, right? Okay, true. But then they would discuss the full picture. How many times have you been in your room? Any room. I don't give a crap what room it is. I guarantee you it's probably every room out there. That you're like, you have these questions. One of these questions. I wonder why he got in there. Or what was he risking when he got in? Or why didn't he cut it when he hit his risk level? I don't understand. I thought he's supposed to cut it when he's your risk. Or why did he take profits there? I thought he was looking for XYZ. Or why did he get in here? I thought the whole goal before was to get in at this level. Or maybe, what total risk were they really risking on their main account? How big is their account? And then what size are they really risking towards that to make that trade happen? Why did they take their profits there and not wait to the profit target? Have you found yourself asking those questions and then most of them don't get answered? Think about that too. Like if someone's really trying to help someone and there's no excuse of, oh, I have too many people in my chat room. Bull crap. At the end of the day, it's baloney. If my goal was to have a chat room and pay and have people pay for a service, then it is my responsibility to help each and every one of you to grow. It is. But if you're not taking that responsibility, you're a crook. You're someone who sees how easy it is. And it's easy. I get it. And the other part of it is it's hard to just say this guy's not real because some of them might be good traders, but they're not sharing the full picture. And then you have some who are not good traders. Maybe they were consistent for like 6 months, right? Or a year and killed it. But that doesn't mean consistency. We've seen it all the time. Read every Market Wizards, Turtle Traders, Trading in the Zone, the Jesse Livermore story. Read any trading book. And all of those experts, the ones who've stood from the test of time and have results to back it up and show you that through their financials and so forth. They've had down months, down years, down days. And not only that, but they're not, the other side of that is there's a side of, there's teachers out there who's like, oh, I lose, I share my losses. And they go, oh, look how I lost today, but I made it back. That's the wrong mindset. And I don't think people see that. And it really frustrates me because I love this. I really do. And this is really hard. I love it so much. And it makes me so mad because, yes, I've said it. I've been fooled for sure. I know I have. And it's hard for me to call people out specifically because deep down inside, what if I am wrong? I'm open to it. Then at the same time, I would feel like a jerk from calling someone out. Because like I said, some of them could be good traders, but they're not good teachers. Some of them could be bad traders, and obviously they're not a good teacher, right? Some of them could be full of crap and just, how easy it is to make a fake account? Just think about that. If you haven't even thought about that, just think about the whole sharing charts with triangles, your entry and your exit. Do you know how easy that is to do? And I'm not talking about Photoshop. It's super easy to do. So I need you to know that one of the most important things is, number one, fix your mindset. Because then you'll be able to start to see things clearer. And I know you felt it in your gut. I know you did. I have. And I know you did too. Where you feel that this person doesn't seem all genuine. Let me give you a clear picture. One of the most genuine traders I've ever met, and almost every single body that I ever asked this question, they agree. I don't think I found one person who dislikes this person. Tim Grittani. Figure out why you feel that way towards him. Why people love this guy. Because he's genuine. Because when he created a DVD, go watch that. What did you get? And I'm almost half tempted not to say go watch it because, you got to pay so much money. I get that. Like, that's another story. But if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. You're like, oh my God, this guy really cares. He's really sharing everything. But why is it that those rooms you're in, you don't feel that? And then it's just, and if you ask those tough questions that I was talking about earlier, and you're not getting the answers, or you're getting partial answers for half of them, there's something wrong. If your guru is focused on how much they make every day, how much they made on the month, if they're flashy, And there's different forms of flashiness, right? There's flashiness like cars, like look at my badass ride, right? Those are obvious. Those are the obvious ones that you see that on probably an ad that you just saw by watching my video, which thanks if you're watching on YouTube. I really appreciate that. Make sure to subscribe. But also I put a lot of work into this and I really put my heart and soul into it. And so for those who are like, stop putting ads, come on, man. I mean, at the end of the day, just press skip. And so look, we're getting back on topic. You see those bullcrap ads and they're so easy to spot. Those young kids who are like, look at my badass ride. Sign up and win and, learn my strategy. Make hundreds of thousands real quick. That's obvious. We get that. But what about the ones who've been around for a long time? Right? What about the ones who've been around for a long time, but yet when they enter trades, they don't tell you anything other than, I'm watching, this is just a ticker, I'm watching Tesla and I'm looking for a potential trade here, maybe a long, maybe a short, or maybe they say I'm looking for a long. All right, I'm long and I'm out, guys. And they tell you, maybe they tell you where they got long, where they got out. But do they tell you this? Do they say, let me give you an example. Do they say this? For example, I traded today. Let me just pull it up here for a second. I traded a stock, RIGL. Okay. Now, this is what I would say. And this is what, think about this. This is what, if you truly want to help your brother, your sister, your best friend, let's say you're a successful trader and you want to help them. Okay. Let's say they're in your chat room. This is probably what you would say. All right, I'm looking at RIGL. Why? Because it's overextended for 3 days. For 3 days in a row. And today is the third day. And it looks like it's gapping down. What is my plan? Well, I have a plan risking the 430s. Why am I risking the 430s when green red is like the 420, 417s, 416s? Because that is where it previously spiked before the close the prior day. So it's a key level and the stock was choppy the day before. So I expect some choppiness. And then my plan is to enter risking that. And if I need to enter because I see weakness, I will still be risking that area. And I'm sizing in risking that with my 1R risk. My plan is to get a 3R gain, or maybe they say 2R. But my plan personally is a 3R gain. So therefore, if I'm risking 60 cents, I want $1.80, which means my price target is going to be, I'm terrible at math right now, thinking off the top of my head, $1.80 minus your entry, right? That's going to be my price target. And then they say, I'm in. And then from there, I'm adjusting my risk now because the stock has consolidated for over an hour, showed a lower high, broke consolidation area, and now I'm waiting for a spike for confirmation that we have a new resistance. At that point, I will be adjusting my risk. Overall, I'm keeping to the plan until something significant changes I am not getting out. And so on. That right there is someone who cares and wants you to get better. That right there is someone who wants you to learn and follow their guidance, not follow their trade. Listen to that, okay? Really listen to that. That is someone who cares about you. There's a difference. There's the side who just wants to make money from you, right? They have thousands of people in their chat room for 100, 200, whatever they charge a month. And what is their goal? They keep you there. So they want to show you how much money they're making. But because that's what got you there. And that's partially your fault too, right? But at the end of the day, it's disgusting. People taking advantage of people. And it's so easy on the internet. It's so easy. And think about it. Going back to Tim Grittani, you can tell there's genuine there. But why don't you feel that way to other people? There's a reason. Why, when you watch me talk and I'm talking to you guys, you can tell that I'm not reading some script. You can tell that I'm not just, trying to be robotic or being fake. You listen to other podcasts too, where they're not real people who care about the game. You can tell, absolutely. Because if you couldn't, you wouldn't be listening to Tim Grittani. Everyone wouldn't be, listening to him when he talks. And think about it. How often does he talk? The best traders don't really chat that much. And some of the best ones I know don't. Now, I'm probably gonna get some backlash from this. And I didn't create this show to be fake. I didn't create this show to cater to all these gurus. No, not at all. And I'll never be that way. I created this show because I love trading. I wanted to share my journey to find my consistency, right? And to show you I can keep it. And if I fail through it, at least you see that it's not easy. And while I get back on the horse and go forward, I'm here for that, to show you the real life situation. Not to paint this fake picture, right? And then if you hear people, here's the other thing. There's a reason why you're focused on, if you're sharing your profits with people, if you're sharing that, let me just tell you this. You are falling into that trap because you're getting taught by the wrong people, because there's vanity. So many of these gurus are just full of themselves. They're ego driven. Okay? If you're focused on how much you made today, you need to check yourself, and you need to have a vanity check, because that doesn't mean two craps to me, to anyone out there, because $1,000 on a $200,000 account is nothing. Okay? Or $5 on a $100 account, that's actually pretty good, right? It's like the amount doesn't matter, the percentage is important. But why don't you share percentages? Because you have an ego problem. Because you want to share how much you made. And if you have an ego problem, that ego will be a problem in your trading, because when you're not consistent, you're not going to feel good about yourself. You're going to be comparing yourself. You're going to be thinking that you're not doing well because you're in the wrong mindset, because you're learning from the wrong people. I hope you guys are understanding, and I hope the ones who clicked because I put 10,000 in one day stayed with me to listen to this. Because if you're focused on that, you will not make it. You know why so many people fail? It's hard, right? It's definitely hard. It's also because it's so hard to get your ego out of this game. And it makes it even harder when you have the wrong teachers. And wrong teachers is very hard to pick out, because they could be, like I said, a good trader but a bad teacher. Maybe a terrible trader, a bad teacher. Maybe they're a good trader. Maybe they're a decent teacher, but they teach the wrong things. Maybe they know what they're doing, but they don't show the full picture. And a lot of these people are just following each other because someone made a system, and everyone's following the same system. Chat room, charge, DVDs, highly expensive. It's the same model because they saw someone do it and now everyone's copying. Look, I think it should be different, and I'm just sharing my thoughts. So I hope you guys enjoy this episode. If you did, please make sure to comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Subscribe if you do enjoy this content. If you're listening on the podcast, please write a review because it really helps me meet new people. And at the end of the day, don't forget, and if you don't know, be the story of your own journey that you can share with your family and friends. So that way they can see that they can do it too, and then be the trader that you want to be, and focus on your growth and the process, and get rid of all of these idiotic people who just care about how much they made for the day, the month, because at the end of the day, you don't know if that's fake. You don't know how many accounts they have and which accounts they are showing. You don't know any of that. So why even acknowledge it? Thanks, guys.